hobby gardener friends, my name is Andrea and we are back again today with Don Juan, our climbing rose. The reason that deadheading is so important is because we want our climbing rose to put all of its energy into continuing to climb and blooming new flowers. Look at that rose. Isn't that something? Does it have a fragrance? You know, it really doesn't. It said it did when we planted it on all of the descriptions, but I don't really smell it. If you have a Don Juan at your house and it has a lot of fragrance, let us know in the comments below. We're all curious. So underneath this beautiful bloom is what's called a hip. I don't want to break the flower off. I'm pointing my thumb to this right here. Kind of a bulge, we'll call it a ball of sorts. Inside of that are rose seeds. And so we'll look at one that's a little bit easier to see down here. Here's two great examples. There used to be two roses right here. The petals are spent and they've fallen off and they're gone. Inside of this hip are rose seeds. We want to cut that off so our plant will not continue to put energy into growing seeds, but will put all of its energy into making more flowers. Looking here, you can see the main cane. We're not ever going to prune on our main cane, but these little laterals, these guys here, they are where the flowers are produced. These little tiny guys, we call those lateral canes, laterals. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hip off and we're gonna deadhead that. So above this little teeny tiny, let's see if I can get it on the camera. Can you see that little guy right there? See that little piece of growth? I'm just gonna take that off right above there. And then this one too, I see a little leaf here. And I'm gonna take this hip off right above that. There's another guy here. Take that guy off here. I could have come up here sooner and taken these roses off before they got all crinkly and dry and all of the petals fell off. That would help keep our rose looking a little bit nicer and cleaner. Now I'm gonna treat those three kind of like one rose, and I'm gonna come down here to right above that leaf there, and I'm gonna take those off. You can see lots of red new growth. That's fantastic. So if I could turn back time, I would have planted this climbing rose straight underneath the trellis so that the trellis was growing up right in the middle of the rose. So this is a little unattractive down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this continue to bloom roses so that we have some pretty roses at the base, just like a regular rose bush would. This guy needs to come off here. Look at the size of that hip. We're gonna take him off there because we do want roses to grow down here. Now this guy here, we're gonna take him off. We don't need any more main canes. The main cane is our structure. We don't need any more of those. You could think of it like the scaffolding. Let's get this guy off. And this guy. And I noticed a sucker down here. We want to make sure this guy does not continue to get to grow, because that will, again, take energy away from all of the rest of the plant, and we want this rose to put all of its energy into producing beautiful flowers for us. So we're going to take that sucker off. So again, thank you for following along and for subscribing. This has been a lot of fun to do with all of you. Don't forget about our Facebook group, Favorite Hobby Gardeners. If you have a climbing rose of any kind, especially a Don Juan, we want to see it this summer as it's blooming. Post pictures in there. Tell us how old your Don Juan is, because remember, this one's just 1 year old. And so it'll be neat for all the rest of us to see what yours looks like when it's 2, 3, 4, 15 years old. We'd love to see those established rose bushes. Thank you again, and I'll see you back here. Favorite Hobby Gardener.